Hey everybody, welcome back. So today's video is actually a collaboration with Enzo from The Junk Drawer. Enzo is a friend of mine who is also another doll collector. If you enjoy doll content, including doll customization videos, he is now starting on doll customizing. He said this is like kicking off his custom doll era. But if you want to check out his channel, I will put a link down below. So both me and Enzo are going to be customizing dolls, and we are going to be sending them to each other as a gift, and we don't know what we are doing. Like, we haven't let each other know. It's going to be a full surprise, so I have no idea what he's doing or what his custom doll is going to look like, and he doesn't know what I'm doing. In fact, I don't really fully know what I'm doing just yet, but there's gonna be a little bit of improvising with this doll. But because this is a collaboration, of course, I am going to put a link to Enzo's video up in the iCards, also down in the description. So definitely after you're done with this video, go check out his if you want to see what custom doll he ends up doing. Anyway, custom doll videos always end up being longer than I mean for them to be, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. So the prompt that Enzo and I decided on was, well, originally it was supposed to be fall. Fall was the theme of the doll. Then we changed it to just be a little bit more open, and we want to do a doll in our own style rather than each other's style, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna make a doll in my style, he's gonna make a doll in his style, and that's what we're gonna end up doing. Now, I liked the idea of fall, and more specifically Halloween, because, you know, that's the time of year that it is, so I am gonna go with that theme. Now, last year, or not last year, whoa, God, how long ago was it now? A few years ago, I did a Halloween-themed mermaid doll. I don't have it right now, it's like in storage at the moment, so I can't show you, but here's a picture if you want to see what she looked like. I really enjoyed making that doll, and I liked using the leaves for her tail and stuff like that. I just thought that it was a really cute idea, and I love how she turned out. So I was using that doll as some inspiration, except this time instead of a mermaid, I want to do a fairy. So I'm going to be doing a Halloween themed fairy doll. Now, I was going through my stock box of spare dolls. I have mostly Ever After High dolls and like a few Monster High and other stuff like that. But I found this Poppy hair from Ever After High. I almost forgot for a second, from Ever After High. Anyway, I really like her hair, so I'm actually going to use this doll, and I'm going to use the hair that she already has. I did also go to Joann's and I picked up some fabrics. So I've got several different options of fabrics from their Halloween section. I may not use everything that I got or all of these fabrics, but I just wanted some inspiration and something to go with. Once I get the outfit figured out, I will also add some like shoes and accessories and stuff like that, but we'll focus on that later on. For right now, I'm gonna go ahead and prep the doll and get her ready for her face up and everything, and let's get started. All right, so her face is completely clean. I'm gonna go ahead and protect the hair with a piece of cloth and using some of these little pins and stuff like that. And then we can move on to the Mr. Super Clear. The eyebrows are one of the things that take me the longest to do because it is hard to make them symmetrical. What I like to do first is map them out using chalk pastels, and then I use a kneaded eraser to shape them to the shape that I want. Okay, so right now I'm actually really happy with this progress, and before I go any further, I do want to seal it in with another layer of Mr. Super Clear. Now that the first layer is done, I've got the basic like outlines, and now I just gotta start coloring everything in. Now, to do her makeup, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna use some actual makeup. So I have these makeup palettes, these eyeshadow palettes, that are very expired at this point, so I'm no longer going to be using them on my own face, but I do have them from the days that I would play with makeup and do drag. So I figured I'd give these a try. Rather than throwing them away, I can use them for dolls. Now, some people have said that using eyeshadow doesn't really work for doll repaints because of the oils that are in it. I don't know if that's the case or not. We're gonna give it a try and see how well it works. I'm really liking where her makeup is at the moment. I think I'm gonna leave it for now, and I'm just gonna use some of the color pencils to redefine some of the extra features before using some more Mr. Super Clear. Okay, I'm really happy with my progress and where she's at right now, so I'm gonna take her outside and spray another layer of Mr. Super Clear. Okay, so I'm not really feeling the brown eyes with this makeup color, so I think I'm gonna try something a little different and add a little bit of blue in there, just to kind of like offset it and give it a pop of color. Now's about the time where I add the black eyeliner and redefine everything. Once I add the black, everything is really gonna pop. Here you can see before smoking out the eyeshadow and after. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to give her freckles. I kind of want to give her freckles, but I really like the way her face looks right now. Luckily, these chalk pastel pencils are easy to erase, so I'm going to try giving her freckles, and if I don't like it, I can just erase it. Okay, I am kind of obsessed. I'm gonna keep the freckles light and subtle, just like they are here. But yeah, doing the freckles was definitely the right call. Time for another layer of Mr. Super Clear. All right, I'm really happy with where the face is right now, so I think I'm going to move over to paints. So I'm just gonna use some black and some white here to really sharpen up all of the details. Okay, I am really happy with where the face is at right now. So since I used chalk pastel pencils and watercolor pencils on the iris right there, I am going to do one more layer of Mr. Super Clear, and then when I come back, I am going to gloss the eyes and lips with some gloss. All right, so now I want to start working on the outfit. Now, I was just going to try and make something from scratch. I found this fairy dress that is, I think it's from Periwinkle, which is like Tinkerbell's sister or whatever. I could be wrong, but anyway, what I want to do is I actually want to deconstruct this, like take a seam ripper, rip it apart, and use this to make a pattern so that way I can make a dress that looks similar to this, but using these fabrics. So this is the fabric that I would like to use for the dress, so we're going to give this a try. It does have all these like little sequins. They're more like little stickers. It's gonna cause a little bit of trouble with the sewing, but we're gonna give it a go. All right, so I've got the pattern all cut out. All we have to do is sew along the seams, hem everything where it's supposed to be, and then try it on the doll. So basically what I need to do is put these good side to good side, sew along the edges. I need to pinch these together to sew the darts, and then basically hem around the edges of everything. We tried doing this on the sewing machine, but this material is really stretchy, and then these little like plastic iridescent stickers are not anybody's friend when it comes to a sewing machine. So it is time to sew by hand. So it is time to sew by hand. Okay, so now that this dress is done, I want to make an underskirt, and I'm going to use this fabric and attach it to some elastic. Since she's an autumn fairy, I decided to make her a little purse using these little acorns. I'm gonna take some of this thread, I don't know what it is, I think it's like embroidery thread or something, but I'm gonna use this for the straps. All right, so the doll is a autumn fairy, and what is a fairy without her wings? So I'm gonna give her some wings, and I'm going to use these extra Faybelle Thorn Ever After High wings that I have as a base. So I'm separating the collar from the actual wings. I'm gonna set the wings aside for right now. And I'm gonna take an X-Acto knife, and I'm just gonna cut off these little extra pieces so it's just the collar. So now I have something like this. So when she wears the collar, it's only going to be the collar and it's not going to cover up the dress. So I want the wings to be black. I love this color. It's one of my favorite colors, and I love that it's all shimmery, but it doesn't go with the aesthetic of the rest of the doll. So I got this new paint that I've never tried before. It's an acrylic gouache. I thought gouache was more like a watercolor, but apparently it also comes in acrylic. So I'm going to give this a try and paint this completely black. Now, to help me to paint these, I have some wire, so I'm just gonna create like a little stand to try and hold the wings up for me so I don't get my fingers covered in paint. So I took the wings outside and I gave them a layer of Mr. Super Clear just to give it a matte surface for the paint to adhere to. And then I'm now going to paint the wings black. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised at how well this worked. This is only one coat of this paint. So I'm pretty sure the Mr. Super Clear helped a lot. Now to add just a little bit of pixie dust, a little bit of sparkle, I'm gonna use this glitterific glitter paint because I think that it'll look really nice over the black, plus it'll seal in the black. And just like that, bam, sparkles. All right, for shoes, I wasn't gonna go too crazy. I really liked these ones, which are from Mira Shard, once again from Ever After High. So I'm actually going to give her these because I really like the thorny vines that kind of come up the leg. But I am gonna customize them a little. I'm also gonna add some of the glitter to the shoes just to kind of tie everything together. I am so incredibly happy with how her face turned out. Anyway, now is the fun time where we get to take her out of the hair and body burrito. So her hair definitely needs help. I'm just gonna do like a hot water rinse really quick and style it, and then maybe I'll give it a little quick trim. All right, so I've got some warm water here. It's just from my tap. It's just as hot as the water can go. I'm not doing a full-on boil wash, but I'm just gonna give her a conditioning treatment. So I'm gonna let this sit for like 20 minutes or so, and then I think I'm going to just do a simple boil rinse. So I'm just gonna use some boiling water and pour it over her head so that way it gets rid of all these little kinks. Now that the doll and the outfit is complete, it's time to put everything together so we can see the final results. Okay, here she is, all finished, all completed. I am so incredibly happy with how this doll turned out, especially with her makeup. Like, this is just I'm really, really happy with this. She's more simple than I wanted her to be. I will admit, like, I wanted to add more details, but time was kind of like against me. I was running out of time, and I wanted to make sure to finish her so that way I can mail her out in time, you know, so that Enzo can get her and everything. Just I wanted to stick on the timeline that we agreed on. But for where I landed with this, I'm actually really happy. And this happens a lot. Like I've done custom dolls for friends before. By the way, let me just zoom in so you can take a look at her while I'm talking. But like, I've done custom dolls before, and I've always like felt like, oh, I don't want to give it away. I want to keep it. This doll, so badly, I want to keep her. I like her so much. I had an idea in my head, and it kind of morphed as I was doing things, and then it kind of turned into this. And now that I see her fully finished and realized, I'm just like, oh my gosh, why did I agree to give her away? But no, she is part of the doll swap, of course. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be shipping her out to Enzo from the junk drawer. So if you want to see his reaction to this doll, go ahead and head on over to his channel. I don't know exactly when everything is going to be posted or whatever, but he'll be posting a video unboxing this doll when he receives her. Of course, also Enzo is doing a custom doll over on his channel as well. So if you want to see him customizing the doll he's going to be sending to me, then I will put a link down in the description, but also up here in the whatever the iCards or whatever these are called. I always forget. But if you want to see his video, you can go ahead and click on the link there or down in the description to watch and see what he did. Anyway, I am very happy with how she turned out. Like I mentioned, I wish that I could keep her because I really, really like her, and I'm really happy with this dress, like hand sewing it myself. I did that last year. So for my Ghost Girl, which if you want to see this video, I'll put a link up in the iCards as well. So if you want to see the Ghost Girl video. But basically for this one, I completely sewed the outfit by hand and stuff like that. And each time I do it, I'm learning that I actually really enjoy sewing. Also, I need to stop choosing stretchy fabric when I'm looking for fabric for doll clothes, because on a doll scale, stretchy fabric does not work in a sewing machine. But like I said, each time I do one of these custom dolls, it's a learning experience. I learn something new, and I always like, it's a lot of work, I stress out, but in the end, it's like worth it. I don't know how to describe it. I really enjoy this process, and I know that she's going to be going to a great home. She's going to be part of a great doll collection, and I'm really excited to see Enzo's reaction to her when he gets her, because he did mention that he is a fan of Halloween. Even though Halloween technically wasn't the prompt for these dolls, he did mention that he is a fan of Halloween in particular. So that was kind of the inspiration why I decided to go with a Halloween fairy. Anyway, I can sit here and talk for a really long time. If you've seen my videos before, you know I talk a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Not to mention I still have to package her up so I can ship her out. But anyway, I'm going to get going for right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see when I get the package from Enzo and do the unboxing of that, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell. You'll get notifications when my videos come out. And I think when I open his doll, I think that might be the next video that I post after this one. I don't know, like I said, it just kind of depends on the scheduling and the timing of how that all works out. But either way, subscribe. All right, I'm gonna get going, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Bye. If you like this video, you can let me know by hitting thumbs up. You can check out some of my other videos by clicking one of the links on the screen. I post new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.